Bola Ahmed Tinubu.
The first 100 days of President Bola Tinubu's administration have been marked by bold but contentious decisions, beginning with a stunning policy announcement on day one.
On fuel subsidy. Unfortunately, the budget that I've glimpsed before I assume office and what I've heard is that no provision is there for fuel subsidy. So fuel subsidy is gone.
Amidst heightened security measures, the Grand Eagle Square in Abuja, with its 5,000 capacity, played host to dignitaries, world leaders and supporters who gathered for President Tinubu's inauguration. But as the echoes of his oath of office faded, his first 100 days unfolded with a series of decisive yet polarizing moves. The removal of the petrol subsidy, hailed as a step against corruption and inefficiency, led to long queues at petrol stations, price hikes, and public hardships. The simultaneous actions of subsidy removal and exchange rate unification garnered varying opinions, with international support.
I took this opportunity to pass on our congratulations on his election and to commend him on the important reform program that he has set about, which we believe will make Nigeria an even more attractive destination for UK inward investment.
And domestic criticism.
According to them, they say when they remove the subsidy, then the independent marketers can go into the business, then the thing will start dropping. That is what we're expecting. We're expecting a drop from the hike of the price. Now it's another increment to 617 naira.
For some years back, we have not been experiencing this one before. Some persons have to spend the whole day. I can see some persons have not even taken their bath since morning, and they have to just queue up just to get fuel.
Critics accuse the government of hasty implementation, and despite promises of palliative measures, tangible results remain elusive. To address impending labor strikes, a presidential committee was formed, but has yet to yield concrete results after 100 days.
That this was just Mr. President's initial rollout and interventions, and that conversations will be ongoing as we go along.
For us, we felt that if the President has said that 1 trillion naira has been saved in the last 2 months, that what has been proposed is not far-reaching, and that for us, as part of the principle of negotiations, when anything is put on the table, you accept, but you push for more.
The 3,000 buses being proposed to be made available is not sufficient. Ordinarily, when you divide it by the number of states we have, it won't take us anywhere.
President Tinubu initially proposed distributing $800 million from the World Bank to 12 million households at a rate of 8,000 naira per month. However, intense pressure prompted him to swiftly order a review of the measure. In his second broadcast to the nation within 63 days, President Tinubu acknowledged the people suffering, but insisted there were no easy alternatives.
Our economy is going through a tough patch, and you are being hurt by it, I know. The cost of fuel has gone up. Food and other prices have followed it. Households and businesses struggling. Things seem anxious and uncertain. I understand the hardship you face. I wish there were other ways, but there is not. In a little over 2 months, we have saved over 1 trillion naira that would have been squandered on the unproductive fuel subsidy, which only benefited smugglers and fraudsters.
In keeping with his campaign promise, within 2 weeks, President Tinubu enacted 4 bills, including the Students' Loan Act, Judicial Officers Law, Electricity Act, and Data Protection Law.
Earlier this month, I signed 4 executive orders.
In a flurry of actions, the president also swiftly issued executive orders aimed to ease unfriendly fiscal policies and excessive taxes, earning commendation from the business community. Another significant decision made in an attempt to curb excessive borrowing, Tinubu established a tax reform committee with diverse expertise. Its mandate: close tax gaps rather than tax poverty.
The mandate that this committee has is to get rid of so many taxes that come in the way of prosperity for our people. So Nigerians should look forward to a more harmonized, fewer number of taxes.
As it is customary, the National Economic Council, led by the Vice President and comprising 36 governors and relevant agencies, was inaugurated. Its primary focus is to address economic challenges arising from subsidy removal and growing hardship.
NEC has taken very far-reaching decisions and deliberations on the issue of the removal of petroleum PMS subsidy and its general impact on the economy, on the federation, and of course the subnationals.
Simultaneously, as committees took shape, Tinubu dissolved various boards and agencies which are yet to be filled up. President Tinubu's replacement of the Central Bank of Nigeria and the Anti-Graft Agency EFCC heads sparked debates. Advocates hailed it as a chance to redefine financial oversight and anti-corruption, but critics questioned the process and the administration's stance on the rule of law. Notably, the continued detention of the individuals despite existing court orders. The president's promise to quickly form a team of technocrats faced delays. After 4 days of anticipation, Tinubu revealed the initial appointments: George Akume as Secretary to the Government of the Federation and Femi Gbejebiamila as his Chief of Staff. However, it wasn't until another 80 days that the cabinet would be sworn in, despite the last-minute submission of ministerial nominees. The list was dogged by the removal and addition of names at the last minute. A week later, the first cabinet meeting of the administration.
The expectation is high, and there's tough time right now. We must work hard, commit ourselves, and create a buoyant economy that will serve every Nigerian.
You are not a minister of a particular state, colony, region, or ethnic nationality. You are a minister of Federal Republic of Nigeria.
Amidst the nation further divided by the 2023 elections, Tinubu placed strong emphasis on inclusivity across regions, gender, ages, and political affiliations in his consultations and appointments during his first 100 days. However, it remains uncertain whether these efforts have sufficiently convinced those who feel aggrieved. President Bola Tinubu and Vice President Kashim Shettima embarked on numerous official trips within their first 100 days in office. President Tinubu's initial visit took him to Paris, France, for the summit on the new Global Financial Pact, followed by journeys to Guinea-Bissau, Kenya, Republic of Benin, and India. Vice President Shettima also traversed international destinations from Rome to Russia and South Africa. First impressions, they say, matter greatly. While this principle also applies to politics, the first 100 days of any political administration sets the tone and shapes the perception of the Nigerian people. These perceptions are influenced by the decisions made within the confines of the Aso Rock Villa here. However, The decisions may have been greatly overshadowed in the last 100 days by the harsh economic realities the people are facing. As the nation looks ahead, it remains uncertain whether these actions will form the bedrock of lasting transformation or merely dwell in the realm of fleeting promises. Adesua Omoran, Arise News.